So good afternoon. It's 3:58, and you may not agree with everything that I share, and you may not be open-minded. Excuse me. But there are people who do agree, and there are people who are open-minded. I've been reading this book, The Real, and The Real, The Coming Race. I wanted to know what it was about. So it's in a podcast. And it's quite interesting. It is. Hello there, Teresa. It's really interesting. And some may not find it interesting. If you don't like, if you don't like stories or books or things, you're not going to want to hear it. You're not. If you don't want to think outside the box, then that's not going to be a video for you. There is things that have happened. There are things that have happened upon the earth. There is history that has been hidden. There's so many theories about so many things. About the beginning of time. There's many different narrations of how the human race came into being. There really is. And it's been written throughout history. And to think that we're the only species that was ever created. We're the only good species that was ever created. Excuse me. I don't know about that. I mean, if you were to look at it from a biblical standpoint, Jesus says, I have sheep that are not of this fold. I have sheep that are not of this fold. But this is really interesting. Real, the coming race. They are a subterranean race of beings. According to this book, whether it be factual or not factual, the females are the dominant species, and they're around 7 feet tall, and they have male species in there too, and they have a human form. They don't get wrinkles or anything. They're super intelligent. They have the power within their minds. They have wings, mechanical wings that they can wear, which they travel with. They have like UFOs, which they call boats, airboats, ships in the sky that they can travel like, or they can walk on feet. And in this place, underground, the subterranean place inside the earth, there's precious jewels and everything. It's beautiful. There's large plants and things of that nature. And there is no division that is to be sown. And they believe in one supreme being. And they don't like outsiders. They don't, because if you get an outsider, they're going to contaminate whatever, and they're just going to have to be destroyed. But this guy had fell down, excuse me, into the inside of the earth. And his companion that he was rock climbing with, he fell to his death, and the great big reptilian, a gigantic, over a 100-foot reptilian, devoured him. And there's this guy, he's called a Tish. That's what they call somebody. I don't know. They just nicknamed him Tish, like a pet. And he's walking among these people in the inner earth. Now, we know that Admiral Byrd went to the Middle Earth. That's how the record goes. He went to Middle Earth, and they actually sent ships and stuff that way. And they came back. Excuse me. My throat all of a sudden. No, he saw something inside the earth, and he met with the leader of the races. He met with the leader inside the earth, and they didn't want their civilization destroyed, because here humans are already messing with things that would literally destroy the planet, and they didn't want that to happen. You know the story of Admiral Byrd. That's written about too. Well, this story of the Vril is a race of beings, a subterranean race of beings who have this superpower where they can wield energy of the Vril. And it's not some little black thing that goes in your eye. No, this is an energy. This is like a life force, some kind of force that is harnessed. And you have to be like pure within your heart and stuff. There's no hatred on them. There's no hatred. There's no nothing. There's nothing inside of them. They try to keep themselves pure and peaceful. But at times they have community. There's over 1 million communities of the Vrilya inside the earth. They could even be on top of the earth as far as we know. It could. And we don't know it. But there's lots of communities. And these beings, just one child with a staff, can destroy and reduce to ashes an enemy. An enemy. Their power is that powerful. I know how the story ends, but we're not on that. It's chapter 18. It's chapter 18. So you may not agree with it. You may not agree with the reading of it. This is not for you. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. If you don't like to read anything, it's okay. It could be true and it could not be true. But it was, I like that last chapter because they got the reptilian and its main food was the beings that are under there, the human-like beings, the Vrilya. That was it wants that species more than anything. So they sought out to destroy the reptilians. That's massive, over 100 feet long, with big jagged teeth, just devour. It eats vegetation and meat. I am going to go. Where is her story from? It's right here. The Vril. Let me show you this. You can do your own research on it. It is a book that was written in the 1800s. The Coming Race. And some would say that it had ties. Look at this. Vril. The Power of the Coming Race. Originally published as The Coming Race, is a novel by Edward Bulwer Lytton, published anonymously in 1871. So someone told about this species, this race of beings. Some readers have believed the account of a superior subterranean master race and the energy form. It is an energy form called Vril, the name of which is shortened to the version of Virili. I mean, you can see there's been so many books written on it, so many different versions and stuff. They're a powerful race of beings. Remember in the Bible, the Sodom and Gomorrah, how the two angels appeared and they told Lot and his family, you need to leave. You need to leave because of the filth or whatever. You had to leave and don't look back. Do not look back. So they left, and when they were gone, the city got destroyed. You know, it only took two angels, what looked like angels, but they were men. Beautiful men. Could have been somebody like that from below who have the power to destroy. But Lot's wife turned around and she got turned to a pillar of salt. But they destroyed that city. There's like stories here and there about enormous weapons, and like Moses with his staff. That staff, he was able to raise that staff and part the Red Sea, and they walked on dry land. Why was it a staff? Why was it a staff that he had to have? Because he literally, according to the record, he raised his staff and the waters parted. There was energy in it. And I'm thinking that when his arms got tired, somebody had to hold his arms up too so he could have the staff raised. And then the staff that he took and he threw on the ground where the magicians were there, and it turned into a snake. That's kind of whatever, but it devoured the other two. No, there's something to it. And or he struck the rock with the staff when they were in the wilderness and water came out of the rock. This staff, according to the Vril, the energy that's in it, it can change the composition of anything. It can make things happen. The energy that's within these staffs. Moses struck that rock. Struck it. And I don't know how the earthquake occurred, but is it when he threw down the tablets? Boom. The earthquake occurred? No, there's something to it. There's something going on, you all. There's something big going on, and there's over 100-foot reptilians, massive reptilians that are devouring things inside the earth. Well, now you know they got some top secret stuff inside the earth. You know they do. There's something going on. There's something going on, but you may not like it. You can do your research. They say that this was around during the time of Hitler and all of this kind of stuff. They say it. That's what we've been told. A little twist to it, but we're reading it. They are a highly advanced race of beings, according to this book, whether it be true or whether it not be. It is quite fascinating to read. It's entertaining. I can think of worse things to read, a whole lot worse. All I'd have to do is turn on a news channel. Yeah, I can find it. I can. So I am going to go, and that's right. We're going to know more about it because we're only on chapter 18. We finished chapter 18. There's more chapters. I think there's like maybe 28 chapters, maybe. I can't remember. Yeah. But I'm going to go. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your afternoon.